In sub-Saharan Africa, many people struggle with poverty and disease. They lack hope and opportunity. Uganda, in East Africa, is among the poorest countries in the world. 88% of Ugandans live in rural areas. In these rural areas, most adults are illiterate peasant farmers. Generations farm the same small plots of land using centuries-old farming techniques. Many farmers cannot provide for their family's basic needs. One such farming village, Bumalukani, lies in a beautiful mountainous region in rural eastern Uganda. In this region, most people live on less than $1 a day. Most of the village's children do not go to school, or they attend inadequate primary schools. At the end of the 7 years of primary school, all students take the National Primary Leaving Exam, which they must pass to continue to secondary school. This year, nearly half of the students from this region will fail this exam. Unable to continue their education, these children end up as peasant farmers and live in subsistence, just like their parents. The cycle of illiteracy, poverty, and disease continues. This story is about 3 young people, their families, their challenges, and their hopes. The first of these people is Rajas, an 18-year-old villager. He attended the local government school and failed the primary leaving exam.
Yona meni manye nasoma yele yo basomesa sibetse bulunnaho mushibina kuli mabana bakanye yele yo aringa nakonenza ndime suppose to hotya ni somelenze asome mahye simanye yange tamale khuba na me yobusange manya mashina hize mu muni nakhumanya kho wandi khana khumanya kho soma.
Rajas's parents, Herbert and Lois, had 8 children. They lost 2 to disease and a third one is seriously ill.
Ilo mengulu ibelenge khusumbua niye lingulu nabi ifuna solokho nifune mala kubanga buli shikho kwiro ngili yesi ukhali nifune mala shabanga shikhumina khatakhala muli menya lilaiti nyawe nawo nisisi mwena amanyanga bule kyose buli kho bumalati ni khulwe fune kamapesi namene bakhekhala buseta nga baseli ni leke limalata kala manga ali ni kumutamba mungi nabo mwana kho menye mushibine shitwe arupite nga mpise bedi kimya khanga chibiri ni kumutambo mungi mu Uganda mu Africa wakanisa lisoma bese bafuna ko kumulima bulangisi nake bulayi
ingeyongela ho limale ho be maengeli ndime ni kumulimo kundi nakhosoma amukheni natya nze nambe kumulima hono bari nafuna umuntu nyana wanje obanze sesomela ata khondisa mupiwani nza khutandikha nebende okhwambasa linano lisoma khabula yata khana amilio khobone ngari nesi bona ni bikele samba kubusasi ngembata bangoso mahana sendu umusomiso batakhane bomusa lwekhokana khosenga neka.
There are many thousands of children like Rajas in this area, but this boy, Brian, is not among them. He is a student at the Arlington Academy of Hope.
I wake up at 5 in the morning, then prepare up to 6 Immediately at 6, I start walking to school. School is important to me because school has modernized me and I know how to do things in the good way. And then it's making my future bright because if I don't go to school, I won't have any job to do in the future. So I see school as an important place to go.
Brian's school, the Arlington Academy of Hope, is very different from government primary schools in rural Uganda. John and Joyce Wanda, natives of this area who now live in the United States, founded AAH in 2004 so they could help children in rural Uganda get the quality education they deserve.
Before I came to Arlington, I started in a government school. But in each class, students could not learn, and all these years I could not write or read my name.
This side is equal to this side. If we have O here, OR, line segment OR is equal to line segment OQ. That's what I'm going to those two.
My teachers are very good teachers, and I like them. You are given free books, free pens, uniforms, which other schools don't do. Your work here is only to get focused on studies. So I like the system Ellington is using very much.
Yes, we get rid of study water near our homes.
Evaporation is taking place from where? Inside the what? The kettle.
We have lunch and breakfast. Other schools, they don't have lunch. They don't take breakfast.
We have maize, good. Plus, by the time we're growing maize for home consumption, eat it, grow big, grow tall, grow that. Yes?
We've made our children in this area locally love education. There are three basic needs for a child, and these are food, shelter, and clothing. Most of this could be naturally got, but then as a child, it's very important that you need to fight and get the fourth, because the fourth one is education, which opens the whole world to everything, and it's that one which can also help you to achieve these others.
The mission of the Arlington Academy of Hope is to provide good, quality education and health care to not only children but also adults in this community. Beyond academics, we emphasize behavior, we emphasize character. We want our children not only to be good in academics, but to develop holistically. Children who have good skills, who are excelling in music, in drama, in athletics, children who are conscious about the environment, children who are conscious about their responsibility in this community. So our children are getting out of school much more than other kids in this area.
Arlington Academy of Hope is one school which is emphasizing a lot of reading. Ours have started seeing light beyond the district, beyond Arlington, beyond. They know that they can now favorably compete with other children all over the world. Arlington Academy of Hope is making a very, very big difference in these children. And above all, these are children who had been hopeless. They thought no one was taking care of them.
Get 12 squared. This is 12 times.
Most students view their future in a way that they think, one, the future is brighter in all sphere. They can be anybody. They can be anything. They can do anything tomorrow. So they know they can be doctors, they can be nurses, they can be important people in their country, as opposed to what it was before. For them, they were looking at themselves as a girl child was supposed to be a housewife. Boys would look at themselves as motorcycle or border riders, people who can only carry and do manual work. But now they look at themselves in the future that they themselves can create their own jobs, they can supervise others, they can advise others, they can do anything that can come up in future with their education.
Brian's mother, Florence, is a single mother. All her income goes toward feeding and clothing her family and paying school fees for her children. Here, Florence spreads cow dung on her home to make the walls sturdier.
Everybody I meet who knows Brian and knows me as a mother says, Brian, your boy is a well-behaved boy. Why? Because of Arlington. Brian is able to express himself even before the public. And people were wondering, such a young boy to do that. Why is he doing it? Because of Arlington Academy of Hope.
Brian, like most AAH students, has an American sponsor who pays most of his school fees. AAH parents must pay a small part of the cost. Even this is a challenge for Florence.
Brian, he likes so much being at school. He has hope. As his sponsors are struggling to send for him fees and whatever, the uniform and all the needs, he's also saying, Mommy, you know what? I must read hard that I can make my sponsors happy, that they can see that I'm also serious. Otherwise, they can stop paying for me. And Mommy, if they can stop, now will you manage to pay for me when I go to secondary? And such a reasoning, I looked at the boy and said, thank you for seeing it yourself. Brian is contented with the little we have. He knows my situation. If there is nothing, for example, if there is no supper, Brian will not cry, will not quarrel, he will not put on a gloomy face. No. I will not say, Brian, you know what? We have no supper tonight. He will say, Mommy, it is okay. Let's sleep. And we shall sleep. With Brian, he's biologically he's my son. But physically he's not mine. He's not mine. He's a son, he's a child of Arlington Academy of Hope.
AAH does more than just provide a school to the village. AAH has enabled parents and villagers to see the value of education. It has reduced illness and disease through its free clinic. The school has created jobs for the villagers. The AAH outreach program is helping improve neighboring schools. Most importantly, the Arlington Academy of Hope has given these villagers hope for the future. Within the vicinity of AAH, there are places that are completely unreached by education. We have many thousands of children in this area, most of whom have no chance whatsoever of getting a good education. They will live in the community as peasants and live a subsistence life. Across Uganda, about 7 out of every 10 students drop out of primary school. Here in the rural areas, it's far worse. Only a few students in this village continue to secondary school. AAH has 325 students. This is a great start, but only a small fraction of the many thousands of children in this area. In contrast to a typical Ugandan school, every single one of our age graduates continues to secondary school. These are the kids who are going to come back here and help us change this community because they know the world is bigger than Bumalukani. They believe in themselves. That confidence, you cannot find it in any other child in the village.
AAH provides scholarships for its graduates to attend quality secondary schools. Many of these schools are boarding schools near Kampala, Uganda's capital, about 200 miles away from the village. Rachel, one of AAH's first graduates, is in her second year at a secondary school near Kampala.
A brief summary of what we studied in the introduction. But I said, please, pay attention to this.
Coming here was a miracle, and I'm excited about it because my dreams weren't this far. But for now, I see a bright future in front of me because I'm in such a nice school. My dream is to become a lawyer. If I am rich enough, I'll make a school just like Ellington has done to help the young generation which is arising. I hope Arlington gives more chances to girls because in many parts, girls are not so much given chances to education. But Arlington is doing it. Ooh, could there in me, oh, a clean heart? I knew a spirit within me. Purify me, Lord, and wash me so that I can be white as snow.
Rachel's family lives in Bumwalukani. Her mother, Sarah, is a widow and has 5 children.
Abana basabe na sani basenyari ngabe na babere babasomire kumukamba nabo bahakana nabyanga furuka ndirenga byesise ndehobera mota Arlington yaberenda inabe hulwande rose ya mere kamani ke hubonere na senyari sakhure kumukono kokoli kumufiti huboneni Rachel yongere ni husoma Rachel binu bikali byesi musobiriramo isubire ni ngabe wabere wasomye naye anyara wamba ko bashewe kumukono naye wabolisa ko hulidala lirindi shahabiri naye anyara wabani kumoyo ngabe kwesi papa yejo ni wandaba ni nako naye wakobola walolera shisinza shefe wabona alyo shinyo sasheba kumutinda Arlington yaberenge khola kumulimo kumulayi nabi humanya ni bali bana no baberenga bali hulolera bari khali na fe kusomisire babana.
We are very proud of you people for helping us, and without you, we wouldn't be here. You gave in your heart for us, you are helping us, and we promise we shall not give up till we achieve our dreams.